Sports podcast. I'm Nacho.
I wanted to see what that would sound like. How did it sound?
Ding.
There we go. I'm Garuta.
Yeah, welcome back. We didn't record last week because it was Thanksgiving and we're two college kids. Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, let's just get into it. As it being a sports podcast, we cover more than football, although we like football a lot. Thank you for using your Twitch Prime sub as we just started recording, and we stream live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nacho Live. The O in Nacho is a 0.
This is gonna be a good episode. I can already tell.
All right, we got some baseball news.
Yeah, everyone likes baseball, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of free agency that's been going on. Because of the lockout. That's gonna happen probably. There's the CBA is not being put forward as players would like. You know, they're like, we're not getting paid enough. So then owners of small teams are going to throw big money at some players. So the Rangers threw a lot of money at Marcus Semien and Corey Seager for second and shortstop. What do you like? Do you like these pickups for the Rangers?
Well, I mean, I don't know how did the Rangers do last year?
I think they were like towards the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I don't even know.
They finished with a 60-102 record.
Okay, so they obviously have a lot of work. I mean, Marcus
Third to
Semien
last in the league.
7-year deal, Corey Seager 10-year deal.
Oh, that's funny. It's like they want to rebuild, but also are in a win now mentality. You know? Like you don't sign these guys unless you're in a okay, we're in a good spot right now. Let's throw money at these guys so that we can improve our team.
Mm-hmm.
Like this team sucked. Third to last in the league. This team sucked. And then you're like, oh, let's throw big money at these guys, huh?
So Corey Seager, $325 million 10-year. Marcus Semien, $175 million 7-year. Cuckoo bananas.
That is cuckoo bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So good for the Rangers, I guess. Or Marcus, they're calling Marcus Semien a shortstop too, but he's a second baseman.
He's a second baseman.
Kevin Gausman also signed with the Blue Jays. Yeah. What do you have to say about that one?
Good for you guys. Let's see. 5-year, $110 million for
110.
Kevin Gausman.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Robbie Ray signed with the Mariners, 5-year, $115.
Yeah.
And
I don't like that. I don't like that for the Mariners. Robbie Ray has had one good year, and they're gonna sign him to that deal. I'm not about it. The Rays added Corey Kluber, 2-time Cy Young winner, who is old, but he's making $8 million this year. Potential for $13 million.
Where did Corey Kluber go?
The Rays.
Did he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I just saw this. This was like yesterday. But yeah. The Mariners also got Adam Frazier from.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
From the Padres.
Padres, who was pretty good. The Mets got Starling Marte and Eduardo Escobar. who else did they get? They got someone else, but I forgot who.
Max Scherzer.
Scherzer, that was the big one. So yeah, Scherzer on the Mets is gonna be weird. Detroit got Eduardo Rodriguez and say it with me, Javier
Javier
Baez.
Baez. Erod's contract is a 5-year, 77 mil. Javi's contract is a 6-year, 140 mil.
That's weird. That is weird. I don't like it. Syndergaard's to the Angels. Like, there's just a lot of weird deals this year. But yeah, that's about it for
Hold
MLB
on.
free
I
agency.
want to see what Max
Unless you got
Scherzer's
anything else.
contract is.
It was
3-year, 130.
3-year. Yeah, 3-year 100. Was it 130 or 120?
130.
Yeah, he's making like 40 something million a year. Something dumb.
Man, it's such like kind of big names are retiring with teams like across the nation from their original team.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
who?
well, Javi's not. Javi's gonna probably retire 6 years from now. He'll be old.
Yeah,
Corey Seager, 10 years. That 10 years is up. Ain't no way
that's
he's gonna
old.
want to play
That's
baseball
old.
anymore.
Yeah.
Max Scherzer's on the tail end of his career. I bet he'll retire in New York.
Yeah. Uh,
Erod's also pretty old, so he'll probably
Erod
retire
is
in
old.
Detroit. And then
Yeah,
Marcus
so-
Semien, was it a 6-year? I said, or 7-year?
Something like that.
Those are
A lot of
retiring
these guys are
numbers.
old. A lot of these guys are old. Well, baseball you can go on forever.
That's true.
Like, baseball is like, all right, you're good in your 20s, or you don't make the majors until like mid 20s.
Unless
You
you're
get-
Bryce Harper.
Unless you're Bryce Harper. You don't like start really declining in like age-wise until like your mid 30s, and then you just switch to a DH and hit nukes.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
that's
Albert
like-
Pujols does.
That's like the track for some people. Like, that's what JD's doing right now.
Yeah, he can't really do
JD's
anything
kinda
else.
old.
Is
JD's
he?
old, but he still hits bombs. What is it? He just finished
He's
like a 4-year
34,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mid 30s is when you start to decline, and then you hit nukes for teams, and then
Oh,
you're
nice.
DH for the rest of your career.
He had an opt-out clause in his contract, and he declined. He wants to be with the Red Sox. Thank you,
Yeah, I
JD.
saw that. That was very cool.
We kind of need that. So.
Yeah. The Sox did sign Michael Wacha from the Rays, I think.
Oh, yes, we did. I saw that, yeah.
So that's good. Can I talk about college football? I know it's not on.
Of course
this,
we
but
can.
I want to talk about college football.
Oh, did you watch the, are you talking about the Michigan-Ohio State game?
Yeah, Michigan fucked Ohio State, like straight in the ass.
I watched that.
Very good game. Very, very good results too. I am not an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, I like Michigan just because blue and yellow. Those are my high school colors, so they look pretty nice.
I just don't like Ohio State.
I also don't like Ohio's. They're kind of like the Dodgers.
They are
where
like
they're
the
good,
Dodgers.
and I hate them for it. And
Yeah,
also
I'm
Justin
with it.
Fields, I've always said is a bust, and he came from there. So
They never have good quarterbacks.
and
Ohio State.
but Michigan, Aiden Hutchinson, the D end.
Oh,
Oh my
dude.
God, he got I think 1 or 2 sacks, or at least he got 1, maybe 1.5,
Yeah.
maybe 3.
Even- I think-
I don't remember. What a stud!
I even think next year their quarterback, Caden McNamara, could probably be a first-round draft pick next year.
Oh yeah, he was playing
And
great.
probably him, JT Daniels,
Hassan Haskins, the running back.
Hassan Haskins.
Oh my God,
5
he had 5
touchdowns.
touchdowns, 169 yards.
That dude's
He's
sick.
a senior. Oh, he's going to the draft next year
But,
probably.
But yeah, about
He
an
just
hour
rose
ago.
his draft stock by
Yeah.
so much.
Oh yeah. About an hour ago they released the top 20, the rankings, and I'm gonna go over the top 7. All right.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Number one, you got Georgia, who that's obvious. That's not gonna change ever.
You made fun of me when the college season started, and I said I'm a Georgia fan because my mom. You're like, Georgia sucks.
I didn't say Georgia sucked.
You said you bashed them. Roll the tape.
Yeah, well, I was like, they always lose to Bama, or they
Oh,
always lose to LSU,
ooh,
and then
if
this
we lose
year,
to LSU, holy shit!
not this year, not this year. I promise you, you don't lose to LSU this year.
Nobody loses to LSU.
Michigan jumped to number 2 after beating Ohio State. Bama stays at 3. Cincy stays at 4. Notre Dame stays at 6, and Oklahoma State jumps up to 5. I'm a big fan of that.
Oklahoma is such. They just play like meh teams and then
Oklahoma
get
State.
dogged.
Oklahoma State.
Oh wait, never mind.
Oklahoma
No, my
State
bad. My bad.
has
My bad.
beaten 4 top 25 opponents. The
Wait,
only team I think besides maybe Georgia or Michigan to beat 4 top 25 opponents. That's insane. Like, this is what I'm thinking. So it was Ohio State in the 2, and they're definitely out because Michigan was at the 5. So Michigan just takes their spot. I thought Cincinnati was going to move up because they got like a blowout win, and Alabama had to go uh Alabama had to go to 4 overtimes with a 500 team. Auburn is like 6-6 or something like that. And Bama had to go to 4 overtimes with them after Cincinnati's been blowing everyone out of the water, and they're still undefeated.
but to be fair, since he's not playing two tough teams,
Bama just went to 4 overtimes with the 500 team. A literal 6-6 record.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's
true.
why I'm like, plus they have a loss to an unranked opponent, which was Texas A&M, who at the time was unranked. And I think Cincy should be at least 3. I could make an argument for 2, but Michigan is on a high right now, so I'll give it to them. But they should be at least 3. Bama should be at the 4. And then I like Oklahoma State in front of Notre Dame because I want Alabama to lose the SEC championship against Georgia, and then Oklahoma State gets the 4 spot and gets in. That's what I want. I want the playoffs to be Georgia versus Oklahoma State, and then Cincinnati, Michigan. That's my ideal top 4.
I want Georgia to win the chip. Let's go Bulldogs.
Yeah. Georgia probably will win the chip. Their defense, unreal. And they have like a good quarterback too, so.
I know, I was gonna say I need a JT Daniels jersey.
You need a JT Daniels jersey.
He's such a stud, and I love looking. If you just look up JT Daniels, all of his pictures, he looks like such an idiot, but I love him. Oh, yeah. he was a USC quarterback.
Was he?
Yeah, he transferred.
Wow.
Some of his pictures.
Let's see. What is?
But his school picture with his like weird little mustache and huge bushy eyebrows.
Yeah, Georgia has dominated its opponents. Oh my god, I'm like looking at this now for the first time. So they held Clemson when they were ranked number 3. They haven't been great this year, but when they were ranked number 3, they held Clemson to 3 points. Next game held them to 7, put up 56. Next game held them to 13, put up 40. Shut out Vanderbilt 62-0. Shut out ranked number 8 Arkansas 37-0. Beat Auburn 34-10. A ranked Kentucky 30-13. The most amount of points that they've allowed in a game was 17 to Tennessee. That is insane.
I don't really watch college football, but
3 shutouts of 35 points or more. Wow,
ooh,
this is like
we're playing
looking
Bama.
at them. Yeah, they're playing Bama in the SEC championship, which if Bama loses by a lot, they're out. I think they should just be out Because there's no way you're getting in off 2
Man,
losses.
I kind of want Bama to win, so Mac Jones is happy and
I
plays
don't
good.
want Bama to win. I don't like Bama.
Well,
They're too
no,
good.
I don't either, but I'm saying for Mac Jones to be happy. And Damian Harris.
Nice. And then what is it? Like, I'm trying to pull up. I missed it. Where's Oklahoma State? Big 12. There we go. I'm looking at Oklahoma State's wins. So they beat ranked Kansas State, ranked Baylor, ranked Texas, and their one loss was to Iowa State. And they just beat ranked number 10 Oklahoma. They shut out Texas Tech, beat TCU by like 40, over 40. Beat Kansas by 52. Like a lot of good quality shutout wins. And 1 3-point loss. And they play Baylor in the Big 12 championship this week. So I think if they win and Bama loses, I think Bama's out. Cincinnati plays Houston in the American Championship, and I think if Cincinnati wins, they have to be in, right?
Yeah.
If Cincinnati goes undefeated, there's no way they're out. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the ACC Championship being between Wake Forest and Pittsburgh.
What?
Wake Forest and Pittsburgh are the are competing in the conference championship. If you had told that to someone at the beginning of the season, you would have been told you're crazy.
So I've learned, and I don't watch college football. Stetson Bennett is our starting quarterback for Georgia.
I thought it was JT Daniels. Whatever happened
He
to him?
started, and then I guess he started doing bad. No. Well, JT Daniels has had the highest passing yards of any Georgia quarterback this season. So
yeah, is he hurt?
Oh, no clue.
Huh.
He's the number 2.
Rodrigo Blankenship played for Georgia.
You didn't know? Yeah, he was number 98.
That's big. Huh. JT
Yeah,
Daniels.
he got injured against Auburn.
Oh, he's active now. It says he's active.
Stetson Bennett's been winning games, so why bother?
All right, so that's about it for college.
You want to go to the Bama game? You can get tickets as low as $358.
That's it? Where is it? It's in Atlanta. It's where the Falcons play. Yeah, I'm in.
The cheapest ticket is in the... It's on such bad spots. I mean, you have to assume that, but...
Yeah. I gotta see something.
Man. I love Mercedes-Benz Stadium because Mac Jones has 2 wins in that stadium this year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He does. You're right.
One with Bama at the college championship, and then one against the Falcons.
Yeah. In other news, UConn basketball just won by like 10.
Gee willikers, how'd that happen?
I don't know.
It's almost like
UConn men's basketball is ranked.
It's almost like we're a basketball school.
Yeah, we are a basketball school.
You don't go to UConn.
I still say we.
Okay.
I'm associated with UConn.
Because of Ben?
Sure.
Yeah.
I've been on their campus a couple of times.
So have I.
All right. Next up, I'm gonna start talking about books.
Mm-hmm.
So all the nerds get excited. I've been reading the Patriots book about Robert Kraft and whatever it's called. It's Better to Be Feared. And man, that is a deep dive on just the Tom Brady being a Patriot. And he said at the beginning of the book, this book is getting released when Tom Brady changes teams or Belichick retires. Meaning that he knew and wrote everything down before all like the drama happened, and then just released it when published it when Brady went to the Bucks. So man, is all I have to say about that. But yeah, it's a good book, good read if you're interested in football. I recommend. And then, secondly, Robert Griffin III, our man RG3, is releasing a book too. I told you about this, right?
Yeah, you sent me an image of, and the title. I love the title.
It wasn't an image; it was a video.
What? No, look
It
at
was a
my phone.
video.
It looked like a link.
Yeah, it was a Twitter link.
Yeah.
To
I
a
didn't
Twitter
see the video.
Yeah.
I didn't see the video on my phone.
So it's called Surviving Washington,
which I love.
It's a great title, and it basically is going through his mistreatment from the football team, who's currently already under investigation for having bad culture. So I'm a very big fan. I already pre-ordered it. Like, it comes out in August. It is November. I pre-ordered it. And that's gonna be fun. But this led me to discover that there's another podcast out there called Surviving Snyder, right? Because it's Dan Snyder, the owner of the Washington football team. I want you to guess what they talk about.
Emails?
What?
Emails?
No, they don't talk about emails.
Oh.
They are a podcast that they talk half about the Washington football team and how disgruntled they are with their owner, and the other half they talk about the hit reality show Survivor.
What?
That's
such a curveball.
I want to listen to I might listen to an episode because I think an episode dropped today. I was looking at it in class and I'm like, I gotta listen to this later, and then I never did. But yeah, it half talks. I'll read the description real quick.
Okay.
Let me pull it up.
Wait, like
I found it on Spotify.
Okay.
Surviving Snyder is a podcast. Dalton Ross, Rick Devens, and Brendan Shapiro talk both football and reality TV with former Survivor players, while also sharing in our misery of being Washington football team fans with the worst owner in professional sports, Dan Snyder. Whoa, wait, sponsored? They're sponsored by HBO Max, Squarespace, Smile Direct. I didn't know that they were actually sponsored.
All right.
Can I check how many views? Am I allowed to see how many views they have? No, Spotify doesn't do that, do they?
No.
Wow. That's crazy. I'm a big fan of this. But yeah. RG3 is writing a book. That's all I gotta say. What?
I don't know. I was just waiting for what you had to say.
What?
I didn't.
Shut up.
Okay.
No, keep talking.
I don't. This is your thing.
Oh, I guess this is my thing now.
I don't talk about the books.
I was gonna transition.
Go ahead.
No. You do it.
Oh, you're not going to talk about the other thing you had written down?
No.
Okay. Well, so we think there are best games and we think there are worst games in the week. So what's your best?
I do not like how you did that. You're not even gonna talk about how we just skip a week.
Oh, right. So last week, the week of Thanksgiving, we did not record or anything. Because Thanksgiving, fuck you.
I slept on a futon all week.
Nice. And so, not. Do you want to go over last week? Is that what you're going into?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to make reference to the fact that we're skipping last week.
Well, what happened last week?
Not a lot. I'll run through what happened.
Lions
All right.
still suck.
The Patriots beat the Falcons, blew out the Falcons. The Colts blew out the Bills, which, what the fuck? The Ravens barely beat the Bears with Tyler Huntley. Is it Tyler Huntley? Is that what it is? It is Tyler Huntley.
Could have been Trace McSorley.
He's on the Cardinals now, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they could have reactivated him and played him. But
the Browns barely beat the Lions 13-10. The Texans beat the Titans 22-13, which I don't like that. The Vikings edge out the Packers on a last-second field goal, which good for the Vikings. The Dolphins beat the Jets 24-17. That's not important at all. I don't know why I hesitated with it.
I just want to mention real quick how out of order you were going.
What do you mean?
You're going very out of order.
How am I going out of order? I'm going by ESPN.
Oh, I'm going by Google's NFL.
Oh, I'm going on ESPN.
And it is not the same order.
The Eagles beat the Saints 40-29. The football team beat the Panthers and Cam's homecoming 27-21. The Niners crushed the Jags 30-10. The Bengals beat the Raiders 32-13. The Chiefs beat the Cowboys 19-9, which that game sucked. But it was a perfect prediction for me. I said Chiefs by 10. The Cardinals beat the Seahawks by 10 as well, which was another one of my perfect predictions from the week before. So that's 2 in 1 week. I'm kind of awesome like that.
Yep.
The Chargers beat the Steelers in a weird game, 41-37, and that's it.
That was Sunday night.
That's it. Yeah.
And then there was
Monday night. There wasn't a game Monday night. There wasn't a game Monday night. There wasn't a game Monday night.
Bucks winning 30-10 against the Giants.
Yeah. That no.
And then your offensive coordinator got fired.
And our offense coordinator did get fired. That's good news. That's the good news. Fuck Jason Garrett. So yeah, Nacho went 7-8. I went 6-9. I had 2 perfect that week, which gives me 3 perfect. Puts me at 69 wins, 51 losses. Puts Nacho at 67 wins, 53 losses. So you're 2 games back, buddy.
Beans.
All right. Are you good?
Yeah.
You know, I always talk about my best first. Talk about your best first. You go first this time.
All right. So my best was Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. They won 41-10. Cincinnati did, because the Bengals are good again. When did they have their bye week? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And they have been studs ever since. That bye week was great for them.
They needed it.
Yeah, they really needed it, and
we said that going into it. I said that at least.
Well,
I said the Bengals needed that bye week because they were on like a 3-game losing streak, and then they got the bye week, and now they won 2 straight and 2 big games as well against the Raiders and the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe Burrow played a really good game. The Steelers are a dog shit team.
Yes.
Um,
They also didn't play, or no, they did play TJ Watt. Never mind. TJ Watt's out this week for COVID.
and it was, I mean, the Bengals, I think, were up 31-10 by halftime.
Something like that.
Yeah, the Joe Burrow was just running all over the field, throwing dimes, and he hit a rushing touchdown. Great game by Cincinnati. They have decent playoff hopes.
They have good playoff hopes.
Yeah,
I would say that they're basically a lock for the 5 seed right now, barring another implosion. The 5 or 6 seed.
I
The
think
AFC's wild.
I think they're the 7, or they are the
Are
5.
Yeah,
No, they're the 5.
it's probably them, and then the Bills are the 6.
It's Bengals, Bills, Chargers.
Yeah, only because the Chargers haven't had their bye yet, or they did get their bye. I mean, because there's a few other 6-6 teams that could be in. But yeah, the Bengals are up 31-3 at halftime.
Ah, that's what it was. I knew they were up 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my best. Bengals are just, they have pretty good playoff hopes. They're playing great football.
My best, Tampa Bay at Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Indy to win,
I did
but
too.
they didn't. It was really close for like a majority of the game. Like I think the biggest separation was by 10 points at one point. Indianapolis was up. And then like the next drive they scored, or Tampa Bay scored a touchdown, and it was like neck and neck. But the Bucks really just kind of shut down Jonathan Taylor as much as you really can.
Yeah, they knew
Held them
going
to
in that you had to stop Jonathan Taylor this game,
Yeah.
and that was their entire focus of practice, I bet.
Yeah, they held him to 83 yards, but he still got a rushing touchdown off. How many yards was that? 4-yard run. So it was already close. But
Indy just needs to change their playbook a little bit and you know,
it's not even.
rely on
It's
when the run game. Yeah, their
'cause
rushing to passing ratio was like very not close.
because they still threw 44 passes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Carson Wentz, 27 for 44. That's not terrible.
How many
It's not
rushes that
great. It's
Jonathan
not
Taylor
terrible.
had?
He had 16 carries.
Yeah, in a game, that's
So
not really a
that's
lot. If you rush him
that's about
more,
a quarter.
the defense is gonna get tired.
Yeah, it was about a quarter of the time. Uh, Carson Wentz had a weird game.
He played like Eagles, like late Eagles Carson and like good Indy Carson. It was
Yeah.
weird. He threw
how
dimes and then he was like, "Oh,
this is just how like Carson Wentz is. He'll have a good first half, and then fourth quarter shows up and he turns into uh like bad. He turns into Eagles Carson Wentz. Because he threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he also had 2 picks. But the Leonard Fournette had a day. I had him in fantasy. He had 3.
like
What is it? He
that
had
did you?"
3 running touchdowns. Yeah, yeah. He had 3 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown, so 4 total and 100 yards rushing. Gronk had 7 receptions for 123 yards. That man's a beast.
Those are Gronk numbers, yeah.
And yet Brady threw 25 for 34, 226 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. That's crazy. Brady had an okay game. But it was close right until the end. Leonard Fournette scored with 20 seconds left. And then they kicked off. And I forgot the kick returner's name for the Colts, but he brought it back to their opponent's 30. Like he had like a 70-yard kick return and gave Carson Wentz a shot. And then 4 downs later, he fucked it up. But yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah. You want to move on to mine or yours?
Yours.
Oh, I don't know.
We go back and forth to this shit.
I realize. All right, my best. Or fuck. My worst.
Yeah. Okay. I see you.
My worst. Was the Sunday Night Football Cleveland in Baltimore game, ending in a 10-16 victory for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson had 4 interceptions this game and still won. I think it's kind of time to say it. Baker Mayfield's kind of dog shit, but he also is injured in like 7 spots and is playing through it like a dumbass. I think like his knees are fucked, his shoulders fucked. Something in both shoulders is messed up. And he's playing through it because he's like, oh, we're gonna win. Like, no, that's how you shorten your career. By which he's doing a great job at by not being good. I mean, it was a good job getting rid of OBJ because he was just kind of a nuisance, but at the same time, the offense, they didn't really throw to him, so it's not much of a difference. But the offense is god awful for the Browns.
Wasn't Kareem Hunt's dad blaming Baker or something like that?
That sounds about right. And Lamar, just the way Lamar comes off to me is that he doesn't really care about football. He's just good at it. I don't know if that's just like a small little hot take, but he's kind of. Oh, I'm blanking. Bears.
Fields.
No. The quarterback that didn't give a shit.
Foles.
No, a couple years back. No.
Jay Cutler.
Lamar Jackson is the Jay Cutler of right now. He's great at football, but doesn't give a shit.
There's no way you just compared Lamar to Jay Cutler.
Yeah, I did. That's what I see.
Man.
Is Lamar just doesn't care. If he cared, he would have thrown him 4 interceptions. And I've just been like watching interviews, and the way he talks, it's so informal and impolite. And it's like, there's no way this man cares about what he's doing. And I mean, I don't like Lamar Jackson to start off, but he's just, I don't know. I see he likes his his stats and to make himself. That's why he runs so much, and he basically made the Ravens offense for him to run.
Yeah.
But
that's how the Ravens offense has always been. Yeah,
but more so.
Their defense will handle the big tasks and then hand the ball off, pound the clock, and then sometimes throw a pass. Like, that's how it's been for their Super Bowl runs. That's just how the team has been built since they were incarnated, basically. But yeah, is Baker really the problem? Is he that bad? I haven't watched a lot of Baker this year. Is he really that bad to where people are leaving the team over him?
I think, honestly, it's 50-50. Baker's making a lot of bad decisions, but the Browns suck. No, yeah.
The Browns
honestly,
is the Browns.
The Browns have become the Browns again, and they're a dog shit team. And Baker is Baker's a good quarterback, but he's had so many chances where he's just made bad fucking mistakes. He keeps making bad mistakes.
Yeah.
And is that the play calling? Is that him? You also have to give that a 50-50. Because he's the one making the decisions, but the coach is the ones, calling the plays where he has to make the decisions on. So it's a fourth of his problem. Baker is a fourth of the problem.
I've seen a fair amount of drops.
Yeah.
And I'm like it's like some of those are understandable. Baker's thrown a lot of bad passes, but there's also been a lot of easy like catchable balls that have just been totally dropped. The run game hasn't established as much as they would have liked with Chubb and Hunt, because they're constantly injured. But their defense has like been good. Like their defense has been holding some teams
Yeah,
to some low numbers.
I remember in the Patriots Browns game, I was like, wow, this Browns defense is showing up right now. I mean, until they didn't, but
Until like second half.
but
But
the first half they were playing great.
yeah, the Browns defense is good. But the offense just can't put any points on the board, so they just like lose close games, which sucks. But especially since they were my Super Bowl pick. But they still got half a season left, right? No, they only have like 5 games left. Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, this season has gone by like so quick.
Yeah, it is. It really has just gone by really fast.
It's what week 13 we're in right now.
Yeah, we're going into week 13.
That's
Damn, that's crazy.
again cuckoo bananas.
Cuckoo bananas, indeed.
All right.
My worst was Vegas at Dallas, ended in a Raiders win, 36-33 in overtime. Uh, Man, this game was a game.
This was the second Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, this was the second Thanksgiving game, and boy, were there so many penalties. I
Yeah.
think it was like a record amount of penalties, right?
I probably. I don't
It was a
remember that.
record. It was a
But
record number, I thought. Let me look.
I don't know. But this game, I watched. I think the majority of it, and Derek Carr was playing great. Darren Waller, I think, got injured very early on, so they had to, replace him.
Yeah, Carl Nassib got injured too.
Um, Dallas was just like functioning like a well-oiled machine for the majority of the. Their defense was but the Dallas offense was just like throw a pass, first down, cool.
That's just kind of how they operate.
Yeah, that the Dallas defense or offense was working real well. And the thing with the Raiders offense, they fought tooth and nail for every first down is what I was seeing.
All right, I found the numbers.
Go ahead.
So it's both of these are like NFL records. What was it? It was 28 penalties, 14 by both sides, NFL record. 276 penalty yards.
Oh my god.
That is 3 full drives down a field of penalty yards. So that's fun. That's always fun to watch a game like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of like slight tugs on a jersey. Oh, that's pass interference right there.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that
a lot of like
could
offside,
have obviously been
a couple of false starts. And they always came at great times, like 3rd and 4 penalty, 10 yards first down.
Like 3rd and 4, it's an offsides. It's like, oh, perfect. But a lot of pass interference is being called, which I don't know. They have to do something to loosen up on flags because it is ruining games.
A couple
like
of I'd say there was a good amount of like ones that were like legit. Yeah, you got to call that. But there was there was a good amount that I saw. It's like why with coaches should be able to flag that because that's just bullshit. There should be a bullshit flag.
There should be a bullshit. I'm with it. There should be a bullshit flag where they review it.
Yeah.
But like they tried it. They tried it with the pass interference no calls like 2 years ago, and that didn't do anything. Like the officials are just like, yeah, I don't like this rule, so we're not going to enforce it. So we're just going to call everything as it stands, pass interference. But like Like that's how the head officiating crew is, like the one people in New York who go through all the games. But it's not gonna work unless there's like a real standard for officiating,
There needs to be like
which can't
very
happen.
solid rules on PIs as well, not just like a slight tug that's a PI. Like no, the ball was just thrown terribly and
Well, like
he
that is a
tripped.
part of the rule. That is a part of the rule is like it has to be a catchable ball.
Yeah, and I saw a
Is
lot of them where like maybe they tripped themselves and then it was a horrible ball PI.
Yeah. So like stuff like that. I don't know. They just have to go over rules. The taunting rule, I
Get
also
rid of it.
fucking
Get
hate.
rid of it.
I understand why it's there, but man,
Yeah,
and
it's disrespectful sometimes, but if it's disrespectful, call it instead
what
of
is it?
calling just for, you know,
Great content creator, urinating tree on YouTube.
love him.
He was like, oh, we need to enforce taunting for the children, because like I guess someone said it. Someone's like, yeah, we need to, we don't want kids to be disrespectful, and these are their role models. And he's like, yeah, we have to show anytime a taunting call is shown, it's like, yeah, we gotta show these kids that you can't do that. That's disrespectful. You'll get penalized for that. And then put alcohol commercials and like drug commercials basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, this is the NFL, isn't it? Anytime there's like a really like adult commercial, he'll comment on it. But I don't know. The flags are out of control. But another thing that happened was I think Zeke is like hurt somewhat, but not a lot. If I remember correctly, he might be missing some time. Yeah, he had
How much is he
a
getting paid right now?
probably a little too much.
Let me just say
Or no,
this.
he's not on his rookie deal, right?
He's
Unless
on
he took
a
his 5th-year option.
6-year, 90 million. Okay, I gotta say this. Zeke fucking
That's a lot.
sucks.
He doesn't
Zeke
suck.
fucking sucks.
No, he doesn't suck. He's overrated, but slightly.
He's had
Like
a
I don't like Zeke, but like
here are his good games this season against the Giants, against the
oh
Panthers,
fuck.
against the Eagles, against the Chargers.
Hey yo, the Panthers defense kind of snasty though. Sometimes.
Oh,
Hassan Reddick, I voted for him for the Pro Bowl. That dude's a monster.
let's see.
Uh,
Cowboys Panthers game. What was the score? It was 36-28, so kind of close. So
yeah,
this might have been
that was
a
6-point game or 8-point game. One score.
still
But
though.
yeah,
I think Zeke is extremely overrated.
I don't think I think he is overrated. I don't think he's extremely overrated.
He's had a couple of good seasons, and then they paid him crazy because Dallas is stupid with money.
True, because Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
But Amari Cooper was out because of COVID. CeeDee Lamb was out with a concussion that he suffered in the game against the Chiefs, which that was a bad hit. I watched that and I'm like, "Ooh, that's concussion."
Yeah,
Instantly, you
he
knew
got
it.
hurt. Yeah.
And then Zeke was with a right knee injury, and they're talking about letting him sit, and I think they should, because if you want him healthy, because Dallas is basically a lock for the playoffs. Let's face it.
Yeah,
They're like they're a good team. They're good enough to make the playoffs, either as a wild card or most likely they're gonna win
well,
the division
nobody
because
else
their
is going to
division
win the
sucks.
division unless they start losing and Taylor Heineke's like football,
Bro,
football,
Washington's
football.
Washington's on a 3-game win streak. Look out
Maybe
for them.
maybe who's he playing next?
I don't know, probably the Eagles
They
or the
got
boys. They got the
Raiders,
boys next, I think.
Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Divisional games.
Yeah, they saved all the divisional games for the end in the NFC East.
They got 2 Cowboys, 2 Eagles, a Giants, and a Raiders,
Yeah,
so I don't think they can outscore the Cowboys twice.
yeah. Like we just played the Eagles this week, and then we still have to play each one again one more time. So that's 3 more divisional games. But Zeke might be out this week. He was hurt a little bit. So Deshaun Jackson had a nice game.
Oh my God, the Deshaun Jackson had I think it was in the first quarter where he had that crazy long touchdown. So it was the first score of the game, I think.
Yeah, he had that nuts deep ball, and then he set up a pass interference on the 1 yard line. As you do in the NFL now, is you can set up a pass interference call in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, why don't teams do that more? Run a Hail Mary every play and just
Get a PI.
Just hope you get a PI call.
That's actually
It's doable.
That's like a 50-50 shot. I'd take those odds.
I take those odds with these refs in this economy.
In this economy?
But yeah, the Raiders were good. The Cowboys were slightly worse. That's it.
Moving on to our fan voted favorite segment. And my
is
personal.
Is it finally fan voted?
New York Jets at Houston Texans. The Jets won 21-14.
You didn't even say the name of it.
That certainly was a game. Well, the fans should know. They voted it.
Oh, they should know. They did. Yeah, I guess so. This was a game.
Certainly was.
Between 2 bottom teams. The loser would go 2-9, and the winner would go 3-8, and the Jets would win. My friend bet on this game. One of my friends bet on the Texans, and I'm like, why would you ever bet on a Texans-Jets game?
This was a Zach Wilson game, wasn't it? Zach Wilson played?
Yeah, until he got hurt again.
He got hurt?
Again?
I didn't hear about this. He played the whole game.
I thought he got hurt again.
He's the only quarterback in the stats.
Oh. I thought he got hurt again. Or he went down at one point. But he went 14 for 24 with 140 yards and a touchdown. Not very good. So that means their rushing must have been good, right?
Who did? The Jets?
Zach Wilson.
He didn't have a touchdown.
I said interception.
I
said so that must mean their rushing was good, right? Their leading rusher had 67 yards.
Mm-hmm. No touchdowns.
Yeah. No touchdowns. What is it? Someone had a 2-yard run, and then Zach Wilson scrambled for a touchdown. And then field goals. But Tyrod Taylor, he played an okay game. 17 for 28. Is that 28 or 26? I can't see. I think it's 28. 150 or no, it's 26. Yeah, it's 26. 158 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. So he had an alright game.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor didn't play bad. It's just his defense did not help him.
His defense played slightly worse than the Jets' offense.
Which I feel like you gotta try to do that.
At this point, yeah. The Texans are just a weird team. They're they were in the playoff. They were in the playoffs.
I was gonna say the Texans were good. And now they're
last year?
Probably.
Hold on. 20.
They were
I think they were in the playoffs last year. Let's see it.
They were 4-12 last year.
Then it was the year before.
Yeah, 19-20 season. 19. They were 10-6. They won in the division.
Yeah. Man. What happened? The Jets are always bad, but the Texans. This is a weird game. This was a bad game.
Yeah, there's not really much to say about it. It was just kind of...
Yeah.
Not good.
That's why it's blank on the document.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Go ahead.
The buys we had this week were Kansas City and the Arizona Cardinals.
Who are gonna meet up in the Super Bowl?
Nah,
No, you don't think so?
no, not really. I feel like there's better teams that are gonna win in the AFC.
Okay, that's fair.
Patriots.
Wow.
Moving on to our
There's
other two Thanksgiving games that we had.
There's no way you just said the Patriots.
Hey, big hopes, man.
Okay.
The other Thanksgiving games we had were Chicago and Detroit. Chicago wins
This was
16-14.
sad. I watched
Detroit
this game. It was
blew
so
it.
sad.
Detroit blew it.
It was
They were gonna win.
heartbreaking. Yeah, Detroit blew it at the end. They gave up a last-second field goal to lose 16-14. Andy Dalton played better than Justin Fields could have ever hoped to play.
Andy Dalton had like a weird game because some plays, I'd say like a third of the plays, he was so dog shit. And the other ones,
24 for 39, 320 yards, and a touchdown and a pick.
What I was watching, he made a lot of bad throws.
He made a few bad throws, but he still made enough throws to where he threw
No,
for
yeah, he
320
obviously did
yards.
enough, but
Jared Goff had a surprisingly good game.
yeah, he actually played decent.
21 for 25, 171 yards and 2 touchdowns, 0 picks.
And those are big numbers for old Jerry.
What was his rating? He had a 121 passer rating this game. That's his highest since probably the Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted the Lions to win and they didn't.
Matt Nagy still has a job somehow.
I don't know how. I hope he keeps it for the rest of the season, so that way they lose more games and the Giants get their first round pick.
How does that work?
If the Bears lose more games, the Giants get a better pick.
Yeah, they'll get a higher pick. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, this was just sad to watch, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Our next Thanksgiving game that we had, our final Thanksgiving game that we had, was the Bills go into New Orleans and smack the shit out of the Saints.
I wanted the Saints to win this for obvious reasons.
I thought you were a Bills fan this season.
That was until we have Mini Tom, and now I'm getting greedy.
Okay.
I mean, if the Bills win the chip, I'll be slightly happy that I guessed right. But
yeah, it was looking a little bleak there for the Bills after losing to Jacksonville.
They did do
and
that.
And to the Colts.
Yeah, those are. Eek.
Those are bad losses.
But yeah, Buffalo played like Buffalo does. Josh Allen played like how he normally plays.
Josh Allen went 23 for 28, 260 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks. That's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Eliminate the 2 picks, and that is like immediately great.
A lot of good the picks did because the Saints scored 6 points this game.
They did score 6 points. That's true.
The Saints are a bad team. Jameis was actually kind of I remember Drew Brees.
Jameis was the glue that held this team together.
Drew Brees, funny enough, he commentated this game, which I thought was funny because he was just talking about his time with the Saints and commentating their loss. Well, but he said at the beginning of the season, was Jameis what the Saints were missing? Yeah. I mean, not with Drew Brees on the team, but without him, yeah.
Well, they're also out with Alvin Kamara has been out for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. And
So that's a big part of their offense.
Taysom Hill was the emergency quarterback. He had a foot injury.
He had a concussion.
Was that the concussion? I don't know.
Yeah, no, he had a bad concussion.
He was out for this game, emergency quarterback.
I think he's gonna be starting next game.
If he's healthy enough, he'd have to. You can't
start Trevor Siemian.
You can't start Trevor Siemian
game.
They've been like what 0-3 with him.
They're 0-4 with Trevor Siemian.
0-4, jeez.
Yeah, but also Kamara has been out for the past 3 weeks, so there's a little slack there, but
Yeah. After he's back, Cam Newton is back because in a game against the Dolphins where he lost 10-33, he threw for he 5 for 21.
I thought I put the yards in there. I didn't.
2 interceptions, and he was benched for PJ Walker. How many yards did he have?
92.
92 yards.
At under 100 yards. And McCaffrey didn't do a lot either.
McCaffrey is
10 carries.
Out for the season
10 carries. Now. Yeah, well, I was going to get to that, but you cut me off.
Okay.
It's like he only had 10 carries for 35 yards because he's out for the season. Yeah, that's not too good.
Other side of the ball,
Panthers.
Tua
had a fucking game, bro. I'm not gonna hear anyone else say it. Tua had a game.
I'll give it to him. He did play pretty great.
I fucked up.
Okay.
There it is. That's correct.
Anyway, 27 for 31, 230 yards and a touchdown. Tua played pretty decent.
That's a good game.
Yeah, that's a good game. Anything over 200, I'd say, is good.
He had a 108 passer rating. 108.3. That's pretty good. Yeah.
But also, playing against a Carolina team that just doesn't understand football anymore.
No, they're too injured to understand football.
That's true. Carolina is riddled with injuries.
Yeah, there's their starting quarterback at the beginning of the season. Their starting quarterback on IR, running back on IR, left tackle on IR. They have two centers that are on IR. They have a guard who is questionable.
Draft pick corner, what's his name?
JC Horn.
JC Horn got injured very early on.
Yeah, another cornerback they have is on IR. Two of their defensive linemen are on IR. And their long snapper.
That's such an annoying role to replace.
The long snapper, yeah. But man, they're riddled with injuries. Their backups don't understand football all the time. But they're not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They have Hassan Reddick and Brian Burns. So that's good. But Miami has been looking good recently.
Yeah, they beat the Ravens.
They're on a 3-game win streak.
No, the Dolphins are on a 4-game. They're
a 4-game win streak.
They're
yeah.
4-0 in November.
I don't like that.
I don't know what the Dolphins schedule looks like, but I bet it's not.
Oh, do you want to hear it?
I'm looking it up, but let's hear it.
Giants, Jets, Saints, Titans, Patriots.
Man, it's not that bad.
They're going to win 3 straight and then lose 2.
Yeah.
So they're going to go 8-9 probably. Which in the AFC will not get a playoff spot.
Good.
And if they lose this week, that means they really lose. But yeah, Miami beats Carolina. Both improved to 5-7. Not your favorite game. I'll just let you talk about this.
All right. So I almost put this as my game of the week, but it wasn't. Titans Patriots. Patriots winning at home 36-13. Of course, this comes with an asterisk. Tennessee did not have a lot of their usual weapons. God. Derrick Henry has been out for forever, so they had to go to their, I think, third and fourth string, which is Donta Foreman and Dontrell Hilliard, who had a great game. Both of them actually had over 100 rushing yards. Julio Jones and AJ Brown were both out, which I was excited for because that makes the offense so bad, so weak. They had practice squad receivers. But I will give it to we scored 36 points, but a lot of that was in the second half. First half, I mean, the majority of the game, Titans defense was on fire. The front four were getting a lot of pressure, and it was making it real difficult. And it started to look like kind of a close game at halftime because it was 16-13 halftime. And that was a little spooky for me because I was like, maybe they can keep pulling through. But Mac Jones did Mac Jones things. 23 for 32, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He had a day. Our run game got nowhere. Again, their Titans front four was great. So Ramondre Stevenson and Damian Harris didn't really get much. But, passing, our first down machine, Jacoby Myers had 98 yards. Crazy. Kendrick Bourne had 2 touchdowns, both of which were dimes. They put in Jonnu Smith a lot more because he's been kind of sucking. He was one of our big free agent pickups. And he's been kind of dog shit. But we put him out to play a lot. He got the ball a lot. Which is great because the Titans were probably not expecting that. And then our defense, of course, always plays pretty good. Matt Judon got another sack, 11.5 sacks. That's his career high. Good for him. This was just a really interesting game to watch because it seemed close for a while. And in the second half, Patriots have been doing a lot of this in the second half where we just ball out and win by a lot. But yeah, great game by the Patriots. A healthy Titans team is dangerous because if how the Titans defense was playing, if they had more of their weapons, different game. Lot closer.
Yeah, if they had Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, AJ Brown, Bud Dupree.
Oh, I forgot Bud Dupree.
Yeah, Bud Dupree. This is a different game if they play because those people just take over games. And right now, just Tannehill has no one to give the ball to, and it's just sad to watch sometimes.
Yeah, Dontrell Hilliard he had a great run. I forget how many yards it was, but it was like 40 plus, I believe, where he just ran through a hole and just kept running. And I was like, oh, geez, that's really not good if they keep doing that. And they ran that same play like a couple of times, and it almost worked out a couple of times. But yeah.
Moving on to my team. Boy, do the New York Giants know how to give me a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
But they win. Anyways, they beat the Eagles 13-7. It wasn't a great game. Hurts had a not good game at all. Yeah, Hurts went 14 for 31, 130 yards, and 3 interceptions.
And Hurts has been playing good this season.
Yeah, and he also led the team in rushing with 77 yards. But the Giants, we shut down the run game pretty much, except for when Hurts scrambled. And like we held them to not a lot of points, which was very good. We also had 4 takeaways. Very good. I think like yeah, 3 interceptions from Hurts, and then we recovered a fumble. Or I think we might have recovered 2 fumbles. We might have had 5 takeaways, but it was pretty good. But at the end, the the Giants recovered a fumble with like a minute left, and we're like, yeah, we got this. And then we go 3 and out, so we have to punt the ball away and give it to them with like 40 seconds left. And man, I was scared. Did you watch the end of this game?
Remind me? No. Yeah, I did, but I don't remember.
The last minute of the game, it was just Hurts trying to. It was like 2 corner routes, so it's just the wide receiver runs to the corner. So they have the ball at like the 30. And then they run 2 corner routes and they make it to like our 30. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But they have to get a touchdown, so they like go for the end zone. There were during those 4 downs. There were 2 dropped passes in the end zone and 2 dropped picks in the end zone. And man, was I scared. But they all dropped. They all hit the ground. And the Giants improved to 4-7 in the hunt
Hey.
for the playoffs, according to ESPN.
Yeah,
ESPN showed a graphic of the playoffs, and every team in the NFC was on it except for the Lions and the Seahawks. We're in the
man.
hunt, baby. We're in the hunt.
If you make the playoffs,
Could you imagine? Could you imagine the Giants run the table and get the 7 seed? It's possible too. All right.
I think we gotta go to a game if
We
the
pl-
Giants make the playoffs.
Oh my! No, we're not hosting a game. Are you kidding me?
I know. Well, yeah.
We're not.
I didn't say we're gonna
Okay.
go to MetLife.
Yeah, we're gonna fly to fucking uh LA for a game, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Arizona.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Yeah, sure. Um, we play the Dolphins this week, which is winnable if if Tua wants to not play. This is gonna be a defensive game, I think, against the Dolphins, because both defenses are kind of nuts. Then we play the Chargers, who are slumping right now, which is good. Then we play the Cowboys, which is winnable if they have an off day.
What the fuck is wrong with the Chargers?
We play the Eagles again, which is a winnable game. The Bears is a winnable game, and the football team, that's a winnable game.
Man, that's a playoff hunt right there.
Best case right now. What is it? Best case right now, we go 9-8. But that might just be enough to make the playoffs in the NFC. Like for real.
Man.
Man, indeed.
Who's an obscure player on the Giants so I can buy a jersey of?
An obscure player? Let me it's how obscure?
Well, I mean, nobody's
Like
really obscure.
you want like second string obscure?
Well, it has to be a jersey on Fanatics that I could buy.
I don't think they have Quincy Roche jerseys on Fanatics.
What number is he?
What number is he? He's 95.
Ah,
He's 95? Oh, Reggie Ragland's 55. I thought he was 55 for a second. No, Reggie Ragland's 55. I might get a. Oh my god! I just looked at our IR chart. Holy fuck!
why?
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you our defense right now. Are you ready for this?
No. I'm in suspense. What the fuck? It's a. I mean,
That's our defense.
how many of those are first rings?
Jabril, Blake, Ebner, Carter Coughlin. So 4.
Yikes.
4 of them are first strings. Darnay's a second string.
Hey, yo, Austin Johnson? I need an Austin Johnson
He wears
jersey.
number 98. He's kind of nasty. On the low, he's kind of nasty. No, you should get a Graham Gano jersey. He's our kicker. You should get a
Oh,
Graham Gano jersey.
yeah. What about Riley Dixon, your punter?
Oh, he wears number 9.
Oh, I think I
He
got
wears
him.
number 9.
Does he punt it on a dime?
He does punt it on a dime. Like he's not even trying.
Where is he from? Where is he from?
I don't think he's from Briarwood, but he's definitely wearing number 9.
He's from Oneida,
Oh,
New York.
He went to Cuse.
He's a New York boy. He stayed in New York. Oh no, he was drafted by the Broncos.
He was drafted by Denver. He went to Cuse though, so that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
What's his average this year?
Well, in an attempt to keep going, our next game, Atlanta Falcons in Jacksonville winning 21-14. This,
we watched the highlights.
I don't know why I didn't change my answer. Was this a bad fucking game?
Yeah, we watched the highlights of this game literally right before we started recording this.
Because neither of us had seen the game. So neither the Falcons or the Jaguars have an offensive line that can do fucking shit.
Or an offense, for that matter.
Yeah.
Like Cordero Patterson is the only good player right now.
Matt Ryan, the ball, like he had a man in open field and he threw the ball like sideways. Like I don't even know if that was a duck. He threw a goose. Is what he did. It was bad. Atlanta's defense wasn't that great. Made a couple of plays. I was watching. Anthony's going to disagree with this, but Jacksonville's defense wasn't amazing.
Jacksonville's defense is usually like good, not great.
They did not play. They did not play good in that game.
Hey, they held them to 21 points. That's pretty low.
They made a couple of plays, but
that's pretty low.
But like, there was a play where Atlanta was in the red zone, and it just looked like they just didn't. They were a high school JV team. They just didn't understand how to play.
Yeah, happens.
I'm gonna move on because that was a bad game. Yeah.
Next up, very interesting game. The Chargers go into Denver and lose 28-13.
What the fuck is wrong with the Chargers? LA? They suck.
They are not good.
They started hot, like they're gonna win the division easy, like no problem. And now it's like, are they gonna make the playoffs?
I think they can make the playoffs. I think they're
the 7 seed.
Exit. They're a first round exit if they lose or if they make it to the playoffs. Denver is all right. They're not a bad team.
I'd say that's a good description of the Broncos. They're all right.
They are all right.
Their defense is better than their offense, I'd say.
Yeah, they're not like playoff ready. Like both of these teams, if they were to make the playoffs, they're both 6-5.
They would lose the first game. Easy.
They would be first round exits, guaranteed. But yeah, I don't know. This is another weird game, and it's just like, what's up with LA? Because they were supposed to be so good. They're supposed to, they were supposed to make a run at Mahomes for the division win, and
they're not,
or
going
like
to
make a wild card spot and stun in the playoffs, and now they're just like, no. And that's gonna segue
continuing into what is wrong with Los Angeles. The
Rams lost.
fucking suck.
Yeah, the Rams lost to the Packers. And that's the Packers. So that's understandable.
Yeah, I mean 28-36, which is pretty good. And I said suck as an exaggeration, but they got OBJ, they were very confident in. They got Von Miller, who they were very confident in. You know, they spent on Von Miller. And, they haven't gotten a win since either of them.
Yeah, I like the expression Michael Wilbon uses on PTI. They have all these shiny new toys. You know, you get all like, oh, OBJ, that's a big name. Von Miller, he's a big name. But like,
Von Miller makes their defense on paper the best defense in the NFL.
With their names, there should be no team that plays LA and puts up more than 20 points.
Yeah.
That should just not happen. And I think Jalen Ramsey addressed it. He's like, our defense, we just got to play better. We got to step up because they're not playing well. And then OBJ has been almost a non-factor since joining
the Rams. Got a touchdown in this game, which everybody was like, OBJ, you know, he's back to be playing good. No. What did he do? He went
to LA to become he left Cleveland to become like a wide receiver who would get the ball more.
the guy.
But
to be fair,
to a team with 3 wide receivers.
He went to a team, at the time where he was going to be the 3, questionably 2.
Yeah, no, I would have kept him at the 3.
No, but to be fair, he personally wanted to go to the Rams, not like, hey, where's my best fit? He wanted to go to the Rams because he's friends with Jalen Ramsey, and Jalen Ramsey was like, yo, come to the Rams.
So OBJ was complaining about like not getting targets. In this game, he got 10 targets, 5 receptions. So he had 5 drops, which was very cool. But like,
and honestly, I don't know if we can blame any of those on Matt Stafford. 21 for 38. Okay, who dropped the ball? 302 yards. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's a great game on paper.
Yeah, like, I didn't see the stats for this game, but that's like, that's not a bad game. That's a pretty good on paper stat. Yeah, just like you said. On paper, that's good. But, I don't know. Stafford he's been having to, like, run away. Like, their offensive line, I think, is one of their biggest issues on offense. Probably their biggest issue. They have plenty of weapons, but like the defense just has to step up more. Ramsey said they're too good to be losing games like this. Yeah, I agree.
It's hard to say against the Packers because the Packers have, shown why they kind of should be the 1 seed.
If I were to repick Super Bowl right now, it would probably be Chiefs Packers.
You believe in the Chiefs that much?
I got faith in the Chiefs now. I'm back on it.
I don't
They've won quality games. They've won.
I would agree that the Chiefs are back, but I wouldn't say Chiefs to the chip.
No. I would say Chiefs Titans in the championship probably.
Titans healthy?
Because the Titans are gonna get Julio and AJ Brown back soon. I don't think. Like, the Colts, I don't think are that big of a threat in the division to where the Titans could lose it. And then they should get Derrick Henry back in time for playoffs.
Let's take a look at that division.
I think they said it's Houston, Jacksonville.
No, I mean Colts, Titans. Titans 8-4, Colts 6-6. It's winnable, I guess.
It's winnable for the Colts.
Colts but if the
have to win. The Titans make a wild card.
Colts have to start winning every. Oh, no.
What's their schedule?
Okay, so Texans, that's a win. Patriots, I say that's a close game. I don't.
Close loss.
Cardinals,
loss.
Probably a loss. Raiders,
win.
That's close, but I kind of want to give it to them.
Close win. I'll give it close win.
And then Jaguars. They end the season on the Jags.
So what? That's 4 wins, 1
Yes.
loss. Yeah. So that puts them at 10-7. So that would mean that the Titans would. What's the Titans schedule?
Titans, Jags. Uh-oh.
Win,
Jags, Steelers,
win.
Niners, depending on who they have. If they don't have anybody,
Uh,
that's a loss.
if they don't have anyone, that's a
If
loss.
they have people, that's a win.
Yeah,
And then Finns,
that's a win.
Texans.
That's a win. Yeah. So they're both gonna go 4-1. So I don't see
honestly
the
though,
Titans.
even if they don't have guys, they have 4 winnable games.
Yeah, the Titans are practically in the playoffs already. They've basically clinched it.
They've clinched their division, in my opinion, unless they get beat
Yeah.
outright. But I don't see it happening. But also, this is pretty unpredictable. So they could lose to the Steelers somehow. The Niners, they could lose to. I could
I
see
don't see
that.
them losing to the Steelers, dude. I don't see that happening.
If they play a defensive game, then yeah.
Yeah.
The Steelers, I mean.
Yeah,
And
I
then
see.
the Dolphins and Texans, that's just like Titans making mistakes is the only loss.
The Titans have lost to the Texans already this season,
That's true.
but I don't think that's like that big. He didn't have anyone. Moving on.
Yep.
Minnesota played in San Francisco. Uh Both teams were 5-5 in the playoff hunt. And San Francisco wins 38-26. This is wild card showdown basically. But it was kind of close. I noticed a lot more mistakes on the Vikings.
Yeah.
Like I was watching the highlights video cuz I can't watch every game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching the highlights and I didn't see a lot of the 49ers on the field. It was a lot of the plays they were showing where the Vikings plays. But then it showed time of possession on one of them in like the third quarter, and it was like the Niners had it for like 22 minutes or something, and the Vikings had it for like 14. And I'm like, wait, I swear I've been seeing more Vikings plays. It's because San Fran. It's because San Fran likes to play. San Fran is such a good rushing team. That's how they beat the Rams. You run the ball down their throat. You stick to your game plan, and then you win with defense. You have like a decent defense that just
San Fran defense is good.
yeah, their defense is good. And they also have Elijah Mitchell, who put up 133 yards. So he's also good. But what else? Who else was rushing for them? Let me pull up the stats.
Mm-hmm.
Team stat.
What we got?
Yeah, 208 rushing yards. Out of, and then Jimmy Garoppolo had 230 passing yards. So what's the split? 26 attempts for 30, 26 passing attempts, 39 rushing attempts. So they're split pretty far towards rushing the ball more than passing, which understandable. And they do it well, and Minnesota just could not stop it. Kirk Cousins had a decent game. He went 20 for 32, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick.
It's not bad, but
Those aren't bad numbers. It's just he missed through a lot of people. I did see. There were a lot of throws. There's especially one at the end to Justin Jefferson. That like easily could have been a touchdown, but it was at his ankles. He was open. He had a step on the guy. He was in front of the DB. If that ball were 4 feet higher in the air, that's a touchdown. The Vikings probably could have done something with it.
I've also
Oh,
seen that
it
Kirk
was
Cousins.
34-26. Never mind. I don't know why I put 38. It was 34-26. Wow. So that could have been
That's a different game.
that's a one score game. Yeah. Go on.
But Kirk Cousins has been playing pretty good recently, which brings up he had kind of an off day. Happens. You know that's not, you can't really give him much of an excuse. But I've
Yeah.
seen Kirk been playing pretty good, and when you see someone playing better than usual and then they decline a little bit, you really get on them because they should be playing at the top level. But people fluctuate. They're human.
He didn't even have that bad of a game.
Yeah, he didn't really have that bad of a game. It's just he made some miscues. There was things that went wrong, and that's football.
Another big part about this was Dalvin Cook got injured as well. He has a shoulder thing, I think. So he's out for a couple of weeks.
He dislocated his shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, he's out a couple of weeks, which is huge for Minnesota because, Dalvin Cook is one of the best backs in the league, and not having him is
Ungood.
gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt for them. All right, moving on. Monday Night Football. Did you watch this game?
I watched a bit. I didn't watch all of it.
I'm old, so I was asleep by the second quarter, I think. Yeah. But I woke up and my group chat was going fucking nuts over this game.
Yeah, and it's because Russell Wilson is, I don't know what they said, but Russell Wilson has not been playing Russell Wilson football.
It was just a wild game. And I watched the highlights and I'm like, yeah, this is a wild game.
And I love how much football team fans are like cheering. You put up 17 points. It's not a lot.
You guys got a PAT blocked and returned for 2 points. I think that's the funniest part. Did you see the point after get blocked?
Mm-hmm.
That was very good. But Russ looked good on deep balls. Like, he went 20 for 31 for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, one of the
That's
touchdowns
not really that bad on paper.
Where there was a hole open in the O-line, so he just stepped up and threw a strike to the end zone.
Yeah. Like, he's not bad. He still isn't bad. It's just I don't think him and Pete Carroll are on the same wavelength.
Yeah, Russ and the Seahawks are not on the same page. Like, the play calling and what he obviously wants is not working, and somebody's got to go, and I think it's Russ that's going to leave.
Yeah, I think Russ is going to leave.
Or
both. Maybe both leave, and Seattle just goes into a full rebuild.
I bet that...
Oh my God. Russell Wilson was their leading rusher this game with 16 yards. Yikes.
I assume Russell Wilson doesn't really want to leave. You've been there for so long, and it's your home by now.
Well, he wanted to leave in the offseason.
Did he say he wanted to leave? I thought
he said he wanted to leave.
I thought that was a hoax.
That was the thing.
Just a bit.
That was a real thing.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Was Russell Wilson wanted out, and he gave them the list of teams, and then they negotiated. They got together. They kissed, and then they're back together. But Russell, I think, needs to be taking these deep shots. You have two of the best deep threats in football, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they expect it and start doubling them, you have an underrated slot guy in Freddie Swain. And I don't know who they have for tight end. I'm going to be real honest. Or running back. Let's take a look at the Seahawks depth chart.
Gotta be real. I don't know either.
Alex Collins is their running back.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, they have Gerald Everett. Gerald Everett's good.
Oh, they're tight end? Yeah. Oh, I knew that.
Gerald Everett's good. Their offensive line is Better? I think it's better. But their defense has not been playing well either. Bobby Wagner has been the only consistent part of their defense.
Jamal Adams got an interception, didn't he?
He finally passed Vince Wilfork in interceptions. Can you
If
believe
he
it?
didn't by the end of his career, it would have haunted him for the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah, easily.
But also,
Like,
he's been turned into a linebacker, so
I don't know why they just
he's not gonna have safety
that's
stats.
I think that's a big problem with their defense is that they are not running a true strong safety. They are running a linebacker in the safety position. Just fucking put him at linebacker. Stop with these nickel and dime packages. Put him up there. Have him rush the passer. Have him play in like those zone coverages in the middle of the field. Don't have him playing that far deep. Cause he lets up big plays. He doesn't make picks. I don't know why he's paid as high as he is for getting sacks. Blitz boy himself.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know how he is as a safety anymore. If he was like to actually play safety.
He barely does.
Yeah, so that's why I'm
I would
saying
say
it's difficult to know if he's even still a
yeah.
good safety. Because
I
if
would
if
say
he made the
under
switch to
50
linebacker, he could easily be a good linebacker.
I would say under 50% of his snaps are um under 50% of his snaps are probably in the safety spot. Either he's blitzing from the safety spot or he's practically playing so far up he's a linebacker or he plays safety and gives it up. Those are his three options. But the only consistency has been Bobby Wagner, who is perennial Pro Bowler. He's a great player at the middle linebacker. But they just don't have anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, Bobby Wagner's the only player remaining from the Legion of Boom, which kind of sad because that means he's going to be retiring soon.
Man, imagine
Man,
throwing in the Super Bowl. That like, what was it?
all right, all
3
right.
yards and throwing an interception like crazy, man.
Listen. I went through that play and I'm like, man, NFL refs these days would have thrown so many flags on that play.
Probably
And I'm saying these days as if it wasn't fucking what,
a
6
couple of
years
years
ago?
ago.
6 years ago, something like that. What was it? Was it 49 or 48? It was Super Bowl.
49.
I think it was 48.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it was 48 because Seahawks went back to back, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they lost to the Patriots and then they beat the Broncos and then the Broncos won it in
No,
50.
it is 49.
Oh, hmm. Oh, I'm wrong then. Oh well.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, shut up about that.
Yeah, we didn't deserve a ring for that.
Yeah. Or the Falcons game either. 28-3.
What do you mean that the Falcons threw? We won that fair and square. Edelman made a good catch. Hey, we got dicked down by the Giants for having a catch like that. Give us one.
You got dinked down twice by the Giants for having catches like that.
Shut the fuck up.
You remember 42 and the helmet catch, but you don't remember the Manningham catch, do you?
I know.
In 46? Oh man. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up for you. That Manningham catch?
I mean, I've seen every Super Bowl. But...
Yeah. Oh, is this the one? Oh yeah. What a good video. Thank you. Al Michaels does this video justice.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, Nacho's gonna start getting upset now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you remember this one?
Yeah, I do.
Wow, what a nice catch. That was awesome. Uh,
What's your record right now?
man's pulling out the record. Man's pulling out the record. Oh man, that's tragic.
I got tilted for a little minute. All right.
Man's mad he needs Belichick to win him games.
Hey, man. He only cheats sometimes.
He does only cheat sometimes.
He cheats when we have to win a ring. Moving on, we already talked about predictions earlier, so we don't have to
Previews.
do that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, our buys for week 13, the Browns, the Packers, the Titans, and the Panthers. God knows the Titans and Panthers need it. And Browns, I guess.
And
figure themselves out.
All of these teams except Green Bay kind of need it.
Green Bay's kind of like, oh, we get a week off? Fucking sick.
That's sick. What is it? Aaron Rodgers apparently like.
Oh wait, his toe's broken.
Yeah, he says he needs surgery, but it's so minor that he could get it on a Monday and play on Saturday and play on Sunday.
So
that's what he said on McAfee this morning.
He's probably already gotten the surgery then.
He might have. He should
or he won't get it and then he'll win a Super Bowl on a broken toe.
He said they're trying to avoid surgery, but I think he'll probably get it. If he needs it, he'll probably get it by the end of the week, and then he'll play next Sunday.
Yeah, knowing him, he'll just try to nurse it. But it's a broken toe. How bad can it be?
Foreshadowing. Breaks his foot next game.
Moving on.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
Thursday night. Dallas in New Orleans. Dallas is without Mike McCarthy because of COVID. So Dan Quinn, former coach of the Falcons in that Super Bowl game. How convenient that comes back up. He's going to be coaching Dallas in New Orleans.
Dallas is playing another Thursday night game. So this is like a normal week. Yeah. They've had 7 days to prepare.
Have they? Yeah, they've had a bye week already.
Must have. Oh, right. We're predicting.
Oh, fuck. We are predicting. I didn't set anything up. Shit.
Okay, I'll talk while you do that. Go.
Yeah. Okay. Give me like 2 minutes.
2 minutes? What do you have?
Stall.
The Cowboys, I've been playing fine. New Orleans, they're going to have Taysom Hill back, I think, maybe, possibly, which God knows they need. Because their quarterback situation is awful without Jameis, and Jameis is out till I'm pretty sure it was a season-ending injury. He tore his ACL, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, unluckers there, bud. But this is gonna be a bad game. I think this is gonna be either that this certainly was a game because it'll be such a strange game, or one of our worst because New Orleans is gonna play like dookie dog shit.
All right. So what's your prediction?
Was Taysom Hill playing?
I think so. I think he's starting because I saw him projected for like 18 in fantasy.
It says they're likely to start him, so he's starting. I don't think that changes much. I think Dallas is probably going to win by 15.
15? I'm going to go New Orleans by 6. Because I don't know if they're going to get CeeDee Lamb back. They're without their head coach, and their next coach was not good as a head coach.
Okay, tell me. All right. Let me ask you a question.
They don't have Amari Cooper. They're not going to be playing Zeke. It's gonna be Dak to Michael Gallup. That's gonna be and Tony
Yeah.
Pollard. Tony Pollard's good, but still, that's gonna be the connection, and it's gonna be defense. It's gonna be which defense wants to step up.
All right.
Not changing it.
Nah.
All right.
This is your biz. You already have the stuff up.
What do you mean?
You call the games.
Oh, all right. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Who you got?
Whoa. Don't know. How much are they gonna win by?
They're 11-point favorites.
11-point favorites? That's stupid.
Yeah, you tell them.
Let me look at the past Falcon games. How much they've been losing by.
They just won by 7 against Jacksonville. So I don't know how much that means.
So they played the Bucks, and they lost by, what is that, 23?
Yeah.
This is end of the year, Tom Brady, so they're gonna lose by 27.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm gonna say they lose by 17.
Yeah.
The Bucks, they've been looking pretty good. The Cardinals, 9-2, going to Chicago. Close game. Who you got?
Cardinals by... And if you're wondering why I'm questioning the score, not like, oh, maybe they're gonna win.
No, he thinks Chicago might win.
Yeah, no, I hate Chicago. I don't know why.
Me too.
Really
I
hate the Bears.
Chicago. I hate Chicago.
Like the
I hate
city?
Chicago sports.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, the city too. Now that you mention it, yeah. Fuck that place.
Yeah, put your fucking cheese on top of the sauce, you fucking hooligans. You a bunch of bozos.
Yeah, go take picture with that bean thing you got sitting in the middle of the city. I think that should be the thumbnail.
The bean?
Just the bean. The bean. That'd be very good. Cardinals by 24.
I'll go Cardinals by 25.
Oh, look at you go. Listen, it's not Price is Right rules, buddy.
You say that when you lose by a point. I don't want to hear it.
When it's perfect, I'll let you know.
If it's perfect, does that mean you lose? No, because
No.
I guess you got it. Yeah, never mind.
I still predicted correctly. The Chargers go into Cincy. Chargers are on a cold streak. Cincy's on a hot streak. You see that changing?
No.
Me neither.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but for Minga fans, we got a friend, Luke. Also, Anthony and I both played saxophone in high school. Very cool. Luke was also a saxophone. That's important to know for trivia.
I don't know what any of this lead up is to.
So we asked Luke. Robert and I were talking football, and I asked Luke what his favorite team was, and he said, I don't know. And so
Did you force him to become a Bengals fan?
So I asked him, and I said, are you going to be a Patriots fan? He said, I mean, I guess. I'm like, you don't have to be. He's like, well, I don't really know any of the teams. So we go through all the teams, and he willingly chose the Bengals.
No.
I didn't tell him to choose anything. He chose it because he was like Terryville colors. So
he must learn heartbreak.
Yeah, Luke is gonna be sad in a couple of years.
He will learn heartbreak.
But Luke is a Bengals fan, whereas what that story was gone. And
Unlucky.
let's go Bungles. Win by 20. No, 17.
I say 10. All right. Minnesota 5-6. They go into Detroit, still winless. You see that changing?
Absolutely not.
Oh man, I feel bad.
I not at this point. I don't anymore. I did for a while. You've had winnable games that you've like. You are the Bungles this season. You've bungled so many games.
No, don't say that.
They've bungled games. They have. You can't disagree. They've been bungling all the time.
No, they've been bungled.
The Bears game, winnable. Browns, kind of winnable.
They should have won the Ravens game earlier in the year.
Ravens, winnable.
They got fucked. They got fucked in that game. They got 2.5 seconds. Or the play clock is normally 25 seconds. They had a 28-second play clock. They should have been called for delay a game. He should have had to kick a 71-yard kick. And I don't think he would have made it. Wait, yeah, 71. I don't think he would have made it from 71. But they got fucked there. That's not even their fault. The refs fucked them. And then they're not winning. Do you see them going 0-16-1? Do you see that happening?
Do they have any more winnable games? We talked about we've been talking about for weeks that they have winnable games.
Let's check. Vikings, Broncos, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks, Packers. Falcons and Seahawks are
Falcons,
winnable.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd say that the Seahawks is a winnable game for a winless team. That feels weird.
Falcons or Seahawks, their only hope. And I don't see
maybe the Broncos.
No.
No?
Their defense is too good against how bad their offense is. The Lions, like Broncos' defense over the Lions' offense.
That's fair. Jared Goff is at 2,200 passing yards. Isn't Brady at like almost 6K?
Tom Brady's at for passing yards?
Yeah.
It says he's at 3,400.
What? I thought he was almost at 6K. Hold up.
No, I think somebody's at 4, but
no, I thought they were definitely up. Huh. I thought they were at 5 already. No, I'm just dumb. Never mind. Disregard me. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, Derek Carr is at 4, almost, or he's at 3,400.
Yeah. How much does Minnesota win by?
21.
Oh wow, that's a lot more than I put.
What were you saying?
10.
I thought about that, but then I was like, nah, it's the Lions.
Detroit plays close, and Minnesota usually plays down to its competition.
The thing is, going back to their games, Detroit, honestly, I think the Falcons are a better team, and I think the Seahawks are a way better team. Even though the Seahawks have been playing like dookie
doo-doo ass cheeks.
Yeah,
you can say it.
That's a cuss word.
What, doo-doo ass cheeks?
Yeah.
It's a cuss word. All right, that's fair. The Giants going to the Dolphins. Miami 3-point favorites. Who do you got? Who do you see winning this game?
Let's go Giants.
Daniel Jones is questionable. He's not out. He is questionable.
Okay, but NFL said Mike Glennon's in. Oh, Mike Glennon is in.
Oh,
Fuck.
fuck.
Oh, shit.
You are in a predicament.
Giants by like 60?
Oh, true. That's actually true.
The GOAT at quarterback.
You have the best quarterback to ever play the game, Mike Glennon, starting. That's funny.
Man, because like I want the Giants to win for you.
I'm gonna say Giants by 6. I think it's a very winnable game. It's gonna be a very low-scoring defensive game, but I think the Giants can edge it out.
Giants by 4.
Such a weird fucking score.
No, somebody gets a touchdown. Miami gets a field goal. They need a touchdown. They don't get it.
Listen, shut up. All right. The other New York team, Philly at the Jets. Wait,
I was gonna say Philly's not the New York team.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm saying shit. All right, I'm assuming Eagles.
Eagles by 21. Nah, 21.
I'm saying 17.
Yeah, I'll go 21.
Yeah. Okay. Indy
Against
Houston. Who you got?
You good? I said you good?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Did you say Houston or did you cut out?
Huh?
Indy by 22.
Stop. Indy by 16. Fuck, I fucked that up. All right. Vegas is home against Jacksonville. Who you got?
You skipped a game.
Oh,
you you messed up the teams too.
Dude, it is not. You gotta do this. You have to do this the rest of the show.
The Washington football team is going into Las Vegas against the Raiders. Who do you got?
I got the Raiders by 10.
I don't know if I want to keep pulling my neck out for the football team if they keep doing good. I say pull my neck out, but I kept saying they're dookie poopy.
Doo-doo ass cheeks.
Yeah, I can't say that. My mom watches.
Your mom watches this show?
No. Man. I'm gonna go football team here.
That sucks.
7. By 3. Football team by 3.
All
right. Next up, we have Jacksonville going into LA against the Rams. What do you got?
Rams by 20.
Rams by 20. 7? Rams by 27.
That's a big number.
Actually, wait, it's the Rams. Rams by 20.
We're going with the same score here, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Rams by 21.
Rams by 22.
Okay.
Rams by 20.
Okay.
This isn't Price is Right. That's my voice of you. Do you think it's accurate?
No. I don't. That's me. I'm a fucking chain smoker.
Alrighty. Yeah. We got Baltimore in Pittsburgh. We got
Ravens.
by
13.
Okay, I'll give Ravens by 17. Next up, we got San Francisco in Seattle. We
San
got
Francisco.
by
Enough to win a game.
how much is that? Would you say?
At least one.
They're winning by 1?
At least.
What's your score, man?
They might get more.
just say your score. It's okay. It's okay.
You sound just so angry. You're like, just fucking say the score. 7.
7? Dude.
7.
San Fran by 17.
You say that like San Fran by 7, like in disgust, when you only put them 10 points higher.
Yeah, it's 10 more points they're going to score.
All right, then.
Moving on to Sunday Night Football. We got the Denver Broncos in Arrowhead against the Chiefs. Divisional game.
Chiefs.
By?
Enough.
I swear to fuck.
Chiefs by 16.
That's fair. Chiefs by 15.
This isn't Price is Right.
Is that your voice of yourself?
Yeah. It is, as a matter of fact.
Moving on to Monday Night Football. My New England Patriots in Buffalo against the Bills. Who do you got?
I got New England.
Yes, sir. By? Now, you choose your words carefully, young man.
I'm thinking. Because it's gonna be close. Why'd you call me young man? Hold on. I'm 2 years older than you.
You're 21?
You went into school late?
Yeah, I'm 19.
Oh, damn. I'm 1 year older than you. New England by 7.
Ooh.
It's gonna be close.
It's going to be closer than I want.
And it's in Buffalo.
And I'd say we go 1-for-1, but I don't know if we go...
Is this the one?
I mean, I'd love to go 2-0 against Buffalo, because that would be like I mean, Bills fans would be just crying that they can't do this again. But
yeah, they would be.
I mean, they kind of already are. But Mac's good on the road.
Mac is good on the road. That's true.
Have we lost a road game?
I think you lost one road game, if I am not mistaken.
Then are we 6-1 on the road?
You guys
I don't
are.
think
No, you guys are 5-0 on the road.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're 5-0 on the road. We're gonna make that 6-0. I like this. I like just by 7, just by a touchdown. I like that.
Okay.
All right, and that concludes our week 13 preview section. Do you have any hot takes before we get out of here?
No.
Very interesting. I don't really know that I have a hot take.
I know I don't.
Bills have I don't know who's gonna have the 1 seed in the AFC East. It's kind of the Patriots can like win a lot of our games, but the Bills have a The Bills go Patriots twice, Bucks, Panthers, Falcons, Jets. Not in that order, but so I'd say that's like, three gimme games, and then three toss up. So, that's pretty difficult. I don't know who's gonna win, but that'll take us to the end of our regularly
Giants
scheduled.
win out.
Giants, go on.
The Giants win out.
Mm-hmm.
Make the playoffs. 10-7.
All right. So that's the end of our regularly scheduled programming. I don't know, man.
All right.
That brings us to the end of our regularly scheduled program.
You want to say that one more time?
Yeah. I'm trying to do it. Anyways,
trying to nail it.
If you would like to watch the Minga Sports podcast live, go over on twitch.tv/Nacho Live. The O in Nacho is a 0. If you like your podcast in an audio format, listen to on all podcast platforms, whichever one you choose. Just pick your favorite. And if you'd like to watch the video where we put up little timestamps so you could just skip through and listen to our predictions, go up on YouTube. Minga Sports Podcast. That's the channel name for right now. It's up to change because we're planning on doing other content soon. So pick whatever one's your favorite. Whatever one you like. And do you have any final words before bedtime?
No, it's bedtime.
Okay, it's bedtime.
It's bedtime.
Thank you all for watching. I enjoy all y'all watching the Minga Sports Podcast.
It's bedtime.
It's bedtime.